Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the shittiest post that I'm ever going to make. There's a lot to it, and I'm not going to go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that, because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Fucking ironic. And I didn't post anything after that, because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children.
Crazy.
My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself. And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone.
So how does that work? Because she's in the country based off of you bringing her here because you're a passport bro. Passport bros is not just black guys. It was started first by white guys. But how does that work? So because you have control of everything, and 2 years to the day, so I'm assuming that at some point she becomes an American citizen because you got her a green card. And is your house just big enough for you to be able to open up all of the, you know what I'm saying, for them to be able to have their own wing? Because the viral story right now, and all of the women that's coming to the defense of the passport chick, the Filipino that he brought over here to the United States of America. And so the big complaint is that now she's been Americanized and weaponizing the fact that she has access and is protected by American laws. So, she kind of moving how she want to, and the big story is that she brought her family over here, her mother and her father and all of that, and they had children together. They went to Disney World, and now he's basically facing a separation and or divorce. But let's continue.
Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents, plus TikTok, all external sources of validation, and it's
She got a TikTok account. We're gonna go over that in a minute.
position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that.
And he on TikTok telling the business too.
I'm pretty. I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore.
You done been that your entire life. And I tell guys this all the time. Whatever you are here, and again, I think that the family court laws here need to be updated. But just because you take yourself overseas and you bring back a chick, don't mean that you any different. It don't mean that they look at you any less than a simp. You bring these chicks over here or you go over there, they look at you as a come up. And you paying for box, and that's cool if y'all want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is that you're gonna do when you want to do it. Don't matter if you're black, white, or whatever. Passport bros is passport bros. And I'm not against going where you appreciate it instead of where you tolerate it. But what makes you think that they not tolerating you there too? If you the man here, then you're gonna be the man there. If you're not the man here, then you're not gonna be the man there. And just because they put on their chameleon face a little bit better because they got a lot more at stake to come up, and then 2 years to the day they get over here, they get on TikTok and they start to find their tribe and their sister code. And just because they Filipina and you get on TikTok and you do the same thing, talking about you're not gonna be a simp no more, dog, you probably the better part of 60, 50 something, 60. It's too late. You already are who you are. You're not going to switch up. Wherever you go is where you taking yourself with you. You're not going to change just because you go over to a different country and they're not going to look at you any differently. Sorry.
A relationship takes two people. And she made the decision for the separation. She's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines.
Taking your kids.
And
taking your kids to the Philippines.
She's an adult.
Crazy.
She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it.
It's like a bad dream being relived,
surprise,
except for with a Filipino.
No more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster. And, that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth. So
let's talk. Let's look at it. So she has TikTok too. And she has a large support group now, and she has some visibility. And this is her. Her name is Jay Ann. Let's see what Jay Ann has to say.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update.
And she speaks fluent English.
I'm safe and the kids are safe, and I just wanted to thank all of you for your positive comments, supporting me through this process. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I am not setting up any GoFundMe or any donations. It's because I don't want to disappoint people, and part of my culture as much as possible, especially you have children, if you can work things out, just work things out. Since the day that I shared my side of the story, we have been talking, and also we came up to some resolutions and conditions that now that I am 6 weeks pregnant,
Christ.
I am going back to the Philippines on my second trimester.
So she got kids, and I'm not sure if y'all had kids together or if she had kids before you, but she pregnant and she about to take her kids and your kid and have them over in the Philippines. And she got the support of her parents.
I know it's not a good idea for me to go back to the Philippines because something might happen. But for me, it's really important for me to go back. It's because this is also one of our problems, one of the root of our problems, that me longing to my home country and him thinking that I don't like to be in here. So we're just resolving little by little. I just wanted to clarify too that I am not.
We don't need to go into all of that. He pulled back up again. So we got the gist of it. And you have to understand that a lot of women are in the comments, and his comments and in her comments, basically saying that he's a monster, he's the worst ever. They putting all of their business out there for everybody. And so he responded again. And this is what his thoughts is and his warning to all of you guys, as though we need any advice from him. But here he goes.
My Filipino wife has been Americanized. My Americanized Filipino wife. That seems to be triggering a lot of people. Let me explain what I mean.
This should be
in America, if a woman, if a wife, even a girlfriend, is not happy in the relationship, all she has to say to the world on social media, and especially to the government, I'm not happy. And if she drops the word abused or anything along those lines, the American system steps in. It steps in to protect her against any for any allegations that she makes. And the man's side of the story is, it's all assumed. I'm an evil, controlling, patriarchal, oppressive white dude. And the narrative quickly, instantly becomes me bad, she victim. So the fight that we're having, that's still there. Okay, that's always going to hang over my head. I'm a passport bro. I brought her here. I married her here. I signed all the government forms saying that I will support her for a minimum of 10 or 1,000 years. I don't know. I don't even know what I signed.
Suckers.
And all you dudes out there who have been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Americanized means weaponization of the male-female relationship to benefit the female, because family court is not a judicial system. It's a corporation. For profit, digging into the pockets of dads, of men. Because, yeah, we're in a patriarchal system and men still have most of the money. Now, that's exactly what's true in our relationship. She doesn't have any money. I have all the money. And it's, you know, a relationship can go south when the woman has lost love for her man and she's just going for the bag. And if she goes for the bag, she's going to get a huge portion of that. That's what I mean by Americanized. Jayan is solidly Filipina, and that comes with a lot of stuff. And one of those things is she's going to be fiercely defensive for her family, her mom and dad. And this whole fight is hinging on the fact that I disrespected her mom and dad. Never mind that they disrespected me too. We'll get into that later. But Jayan is not Americanized in that she's materialistic or even greedy. But she senses and she knows the support that she would get.
Trying to keep her stupid. Trying to keep her
really
dumb.
got ugly between us. The American system is on her side, not mine, not the man's. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
We ain't even got to worry about.
That's it for now. More later. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.
We don't got to worry about illegal migrants. We ain't got to worry about none of that. Y'all going to keep bringing them over here. There's plenty of them over here for y'all to go ahead and get your hands on. Y'all still going to be having problems depending on who you are. And just because you decide to get your passport will not solve for your problems. And I know that some guys is going to say, well, just don't bring them back here. That's a solution too. Or you can do whatever it is that you want to do and at the same time still build yourself up. But again, it's not going to stop you from getting caught up in this nonsense. And no matter where you go, you still got to take you with you. It just is what it is. That's my thoughts on it. That's my opinion. I'm curious as to what y'all think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, teach Hanley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I'll stay up to date on this one. Sounds like a good story to stay up to date on.